Alright, welcome back to some more Dwarf Fortress. We're continuing our Iron Cradle of Execution fortress. This fortress is now dedicated towards military. So we're going to try to build up our military, build up everything we can do with defenses. We're going to go out, we're going to take out these goblins. I've got a couple mods in here. We're going to take out these gnolls. We're going to take out these ratmen because you know what? They're enemies. Fortunately, we have a wrestler on our hands that's been causing kind of a problem, but that should be no problem at all. So let's get in here. So say so too many times. All right. As you can see, here is our map. Let's zoom out. We've got a nice little mountain kind of over here. This whole area is mountainous, and then we've got what we're gonna have as our, I would call it our kill zone. We're gonna have archers up here. We're gonna be able to rain down fire as they come through. We got some cage traps just to catch any kind of if a dragon comes or a minotaur or something like that. That should be no problem. Or these Kias. And then we've also got, we're gonna plan on once we get these weapons from these goblins and such when they raid us, we're gonna set up weapon traps. We're gonna have weapon traps all along here. And we're hoping as they dodge, they're going to dodge down into our little hole right here. This is going to be dug down quite a few layers up until, I don't know, we'll have to decide where we're going to have it finish at. But once it's finished, we're going to have them be able to walk up and out, maybe right in the center, just in case, hey, they want to retreat, we can get them with some more cage traps or weapon traps, or if they want to continue to attack, we can still hit them there also. So we're going to find a nice little central ground. So that's our plan here. We're going to set up a couple bridges. I'll set up a large bridge over here also. I'm also going to set up a couple of ballista down here. We're going to smooth this out. We're going to put some ballista in here, and we're going to be firing at these fools as they come in. It should be a slaughter. Let's go down to this level. We got our training ground for our archers. And with that, we're going to make sure that we actually schedule them to train now. Monthly orders, let's take a look at that. Okay, you're training during that, you're after. Okay, so when one group is not training, the other group is. That is perfect for us. That's what we like to see. We're going to do some craft, and we're going to create some rock bolts. Or some bone bolts. This way, our dwarves have something to work with as they're training. We don't have any steel crossbows, however, so let's actually make sure we queue up some steel crossbows. So, oh, X out of that. Let's go here. Steel crossbow. And we're going to need one for every dwarf. So that's 20 in total. In actuality, that's probably going to be 30 because this group right here is also, let me check out their equipment, is also going to be an archer squad. I want to say update equipment. Let's look at details. Never mind, they are a melee squad, but we're going to add some more archer squads in here. We're going to come down here. We're making coke. We're making lignite. That's fine. Let's make pig iron bars. Let's make steel bars. And let's smelt down some limonite. And we'll do the exact same over here. Pig iron. We'll make sure we infinitely do that. Steel. And then this one will be hematite, because hematite is an iron containing ore. And if you're ever confused, hey, does this ore contain iron? Does this ore or not? Let's get not gold ore, sorry, platinum ore. Exit out of there. And then let's also make some coke here from both lignite and bituminous coal. There we go. Get that ball rolling right there. All right, we're also working on, as we can see, let's come up to the top. This is our fortress. We go down quite a few levels, and then there's our archery forts. We continue down, and as we continue down, we're planning on building our fortress way down below. We got a level where we're just straight up clearing out everything whenever our miners are not normally mining. And then as we go down, we got what we're going to create as our jail. Citrine, that's fine. That's fine. Yep. So this is what our jail is going to be. We're going to have 10 cells for now, at least, all with slate block walls. And then we're going to have our office and dining room for our military captain. Currently, we have our office right here for our manager slash bookkeeper slash what's his last role? Manager, bookkeeper, broker. And then we've got our bedrooms. We're going to work on clearing these out. We want nice, clean gabbro block walls all around here. So that's going to be our plan once we get more blocks. And you know what? I'm fine with mining all this out. We got our workshop area where we have our smithing, our jewelers, glass furnace, mason area, craft store, mechanic. We're going to build more here. We also have our craft dwarf meeting hall right here. And then we got a library right below it. And our tavern also. And then with our tavern rooms, we have them right here. We got a couple of visitors here. We got a human, I forget what he is. He's some kind of swordsman. They came here to clear out our underground. They're just monster slayers. And then as we come down a couple more levels, we have our tavern level. We're just about to break into here. And with that, we do want to make sure we have this whole area cleared, and all safe and ready to go. Oh, looks like they've already taken this whole area out. Let's go like that. We are making it out of gabbro. They should have made some gabbro blocks by this point. There we go. 96. E and L. Alright. Let's do this. E and L. And then we will create straight across all the way to here. The reason I don't do that extra block is now I can create this in a straight line. And then I'll just do every 3, just like that, to create our bedrooms. Boom. Oops. We should be able to have all this all set up. Hopefully with 93 blocks, that should be more than enough. That's a little misclick right there. That's fine. Alright, we'll get that in there. We're going to get some doors in here. We're going to get this all moving along. Nice and pretty looking. We're also planning on putting a grate here. We're going to create a little area down here where we have water. Let's put this, not gabbro, maybe microline. I've got plenty of microline walls. Or microline blocks, sorry. Wrong word in there. And then we're going to have a spot for refuse. We're going to have our refuse station down here. Accept. Let's do some custom. Let's go corpses, except for dwarves, because we don't want our dwarves bringing dwarves down here. And then our refuse, and we're going to have animal type corpses and body parts. Everything else we're going to keep separate. Then we're going to actually accept. Let's see if I can do the same custom corpses, all but dwarves. The reason I'm doing this, you'll see here just in a second. I'm going to create, designate, okay, never mind, build. No, I should be able to just designate it. No, I cannot. Ah, right here. Oh, well, looks like I'm going to have to build it. Build construction, I want to say? No, not construction. Machines and fluids, no. Cage restraints, furniture. Where is it? Not rollers, not traps. I am trying to find. Oh, right here, track stop. Alright, we're going to have it facing down. And then we're going to have that also made. That way, anything that ends up in our refuse pile, they're going to actually throw into the minecart. And that minecart is automatically going to empty it into this single spot right here, so we can actually build this up, fill this with refuse, and it just automatically dumps into the stockpile, making it so that we never run out of storage there. It'll just be a mega stack of refuse right in here. Yes, we're fine with the thieving creatures, as we've got our cage traps set up right over here. We're just waiting for that first siege of goblins to come in. We're training our dwarves. They're working on wrestling. They're working on axe lording. I've got a couple spears also made. I'm just trying to build that whole group up right there. And because we're working on killing or building them up, there's really not too many actually working in workshops and such like that. So it kind of slows down our progress, but it's kind of fun. We kind of figure that we'd rather have our military very much trained, get them built up and ready to go. Oh, now there's three. What happened to the rest of them? Did we capture any? No, we did not. That's fine. You can grow attached to a steel battle axe. I don't care. And let's build this last wall. Next, we're going to actually select a not water source, sorry. Build zones, pit pond, select all this. I mean, I probably could just select, where's the pit pond? Right over the hole itself. That works. You can see 1 plus 0. If I add anything, it doesn't matter. Let's let them know, hey, this is a pond, so we need to fill this up. Our goal, we're going to fill this up. We're going to have water all down here. We're going to have a mechanism to hold or a screw pump to hold it up here, another screw pump to haul it up here. Then we're gonna have it come down here, pour out this little edge, and create mist. So any dwarf going to see the tavern, or anybody really, is gonna hopefully be caught by that mist generator. I know there's more simpler ways to do it, but this is what I kind of want to do, and I'm hoping it'll work. Honestly, it's my first attempt at doing mist generators, so let's see how that works. Get rid of that. Hey, a historian is visiting. Ooh, interesting. Thoughts, memories. Are you still with our group? Twinkling manner of the manner of twinkling. You're still citizen of our group, but you're not wanting to join us. This guy is someone from a previous fortress. That's fine. We can get some historians in here. That's really cool. Come join our library area. BFO is the bookcase, and I don't think I have enough. Let's see, bauxite. Let's put some bauxite bookcases in here. Sorry, it's going to be rock bookcase. And then for us to move to bauxite, we can select it right there. And 10 should be perfectly fine. You know what? I'll make 11 because that makes it look nice on both sides. So hopefully we can have a nice grand library going through here. We got microline, we've got slate, and we got gabbro being made here. Preferably we'll want the gabbro first because that's the one we have the most abundant of. Fill pond, okay, that's fine. We do need to, I'm thinking, we get some of this water, we use it to fill a little reservoir. Let's see, I say little, but I truly mean huge reservoir. Oops, let's erase that. Let's come back in here, let's take this all out. Yep, that's fine. Dig this all out, and then we can have it connect down to here. That will work over here. Let's get some stairs coming up, and then we'll mine this out. Then once we open this up, I should be able to build just a straight up channel down here. With that channel, all that water will flow. We'll get some. Okay, you need to stop throwing tantrums, bud. You're not as angry as you seem. We'll get that water flowing down into our large reservoir over here. And we'll use that for water if need be, but at least we'll have somewhat of a storage area. I'm going to actually create a couple of offshoots right here. Another one right here we'll add floodgates to, and this will allow us, if we need to do something or add something later on, we have that capability right off the bat. Alright. Looks like they're filling this up already. What I want to do also is let's dig down into here. Let's open into the cavern level. Silk, yeah, that's fine. And we're turning into the early spring. That's what I like to see. We're gonna have some elves, hopefully, and maybe we can get some cool animals. Maybe we can get some ones that are tameable for war and use them as war animals. Unfortunately, after testing from our last fortress, all of our war animals, they did not follow the dwarves themselves. So note, if you give an animal or a dwarf a work animal, that does not mean they're going to follow them to the next fortress. Which, unfortunately, that's not nice, but it would be a great thing because I know there's a couple of dwarves that came over here that we originally assigned elephants to, but now they don't have the elephants with them, so that verifies, hey, this does not work. We should, okay, yep, recruits, Cheerioples, that's fine. That means our workers down in the metal smithing area, they should be working on creating more steel. We should be more steel warhammers and all that. Snatchers, that's fine. We're gonna catch them right here. What are you, a goblin? Goblin thief, that's fine. We caught one down here. Who are you? You're just a normal goblin thief. That's why we set up cage traps here and here. Once we actually kill or capture normal enemies, that should be a lot easier to create all these weapon racks and such. Yeah, hopefully we can fill this up without it drying out. That is my biggest concern. It looks like they've built this out over here, and we need more mechanisms. Alright, let's get some more diorite mechanisms. So we'll just type in rock mechanism. Come down here, select what we want. We want diorite, we've got tons of it. You know what? Make 50. This should cover us for quite a while, keep our guy busy. But now we have access to the rest of the world, or the cavern levels at least. Got some troglodytes trying to fight us. You know, that's probably not going to work too well for you, bud. Hey, we got a baby. Okay. What? The kidnapper is made off with dwarven child owl risen. That's unacceptable. Alright, peace out, yo.